So I had to come on to reveal this really cool confirmation by the Lord and a revelation, I guess you could probably call it, that's played out in the heavens, and you saw it in the last butterfly video. Go back and watch that, because this answers a conundrum I've had in my head for years concerning Yom Kippur. Let me read you that passage. Leviticus 23:32. It shall be unto you a Sabbath. What? Yom Kippur, which starts at sunset, the 10th of the Hebrew month. But this verse is talking about the 9th day. Hey, are there 2 days to Yom Kippur? This verse says sunset to sunset, the 9th day of the 7th Hebrew month is the Sabbath. That's what it says. But what we've been told through the Hebrew religious community, as well as the Christian community, is that Yom Kippur is on the 10th, not the 9th, and that the 10th is the Sabbath. And it looks to be that both days, the 9th and the 10th, are Sabbath days. Read the verses there. Look at verses 27 to 32. Both talk about Sabbath, both talk about affliction, both talk about no work, both use the word Sabbath. So do you have 2 Sabbaths in a row? That's a little difficult to follow, because on Sabbath days you're not supposed to do any cooking or kindle a fire or anything like that, and God usually puts a Sabbath as one day of the week of some sort so you can mitigate those factors that are involved in a Sabbath. However, that's how it reads. But it looks like the atonement stuff is done on the 10th. But on the 9th, well, there it is right in front of you. It's a Sabbath. Something happens on sunset to sunset of the 9th day of the 7th Hebrew month. And you're going to see it here in a second. It's dialed right into the precession of the moon for this year, 2022. And I think that's what God was pointing at. That year of years, the year where the bride is cleansed, because there is going to be a wedding on that year. And hey, I'm reading from the owner's manual. There it is up on your screen. Read it for yourself. There are 2 days involved, and it's not quite matching up to the traditions of the Hebrew religious community nor the Christian church. Wow, is God revealing more of his appointed times, his covenant dates, and his convocations? This is a new one to me, but I'm getting it from the owner's manual. And if you got a grade school education, you could read it there for yourself as well. Read it. That's what it says. Again, it shall be unto you a Sabbath, a solemn rest, and you shall afflict your souls. But in the 9th day of the month, at sunset or at evening, on the 9th day, from evening unto evening, you shall keep your Sabbath. Well, is it the 9th day or the 10th day? Sounds like it's both. Well, take a look at the picture here. Remember the pig wash? Remember in video 5 where it was revealed that the bride, the moon, is right under the spigot of Aquarius, being washed before it moves into that pig constellation. The pig wash. The bride is being cleansed at the area of the pig, at the pig constellation. Look at the time chart there right under Aquarius. 1647. That is sunset, the 9th day of the Hebrew month. The moon is just now entering in, at that very minute, entering into the cleansing. That is the evening of the 9th, and you go 24 hours to the next sunset, and that starts the 10th day of the Hebrew month, Yom Kippur, atonement. And the fact that that lines up in the heavens with it going right into Aquarius's spigot, the washing, as you see there on Stellarium, well, that says a multitude. And it's fulfilled in the heavens. And it went to the next blood moon tetrad in 2032 and 2033, and this parade route that the moon takes is not even close in comparison. It doesn't enter in at sunset on the 9th day of the Hebrew month into that spigot, that washing, that cleansing, and when it does, it's way up by the vase, not down at the base of the water being poured out that we see on this 2022 Yom Kippur. In other words, what you're seeing up on your screen, with the moon just now entering into that water flow right at sunset that starts the 9th day of the 7th Hebrew month, that's the only time that ever takes place within our lifetime, which involves a blood moon a few days later, a blood moon that will usher in the 7 days of tabernacles. This is incredible. It's totally incredible. You're seeing scripture fulfilled in the heavens. And this is the only time it's fulfilled. What does that tell you? It tells me this is one big, humongous galactic confirmation that things are coming into complete focus, and we are in the days, literally days, of some big things happening. So take this short video clip as an addendum, as an add-on to that fifth butterfly video, and join with me at marveling how God is putting these things to the very second. I mean, this is amazing. This is totally amazing that the moon is actually entering into the cleansing at the very start of that 9th day, the evening of the 9th day. I read it to you. You do it from the evening of the 9th to the next evening. And then on the evening that starts the 10th, that is when that cleansed bride, that cleansed moon, enters into that pig constellation and on its way to its blood moon location, which is right before the Golden Gate, and conjoining with Uranus. And oh, by the way, some of you team players out there gave me this information that Uranus, and that's the conjunction, will be Uranus and the moon. Uranus means heaven. I think I might have mentioned that, but it deserves a lot more emphasis than I have given it. So dial that into the equation. Things are looking really cool. If you haven't seen any of the other butterfly videos, just pull your cursor to the upper right hand corner of your screen. You see that little white circle with an eye in it. That's an iCard. Click on that. A menu will drop down with all those videos on it. Look at all of them. And feel free to visit my YouTube channel where I deal with all this stuff with teaching videos I put together over the years, especially the last 12 months. The butterfly videos are all within the last 4 or 5 weeks. You can see how all this evolves and gets more focused and more clear as we push toward that midnight blood moon of November 7th and 8th. Maranatha.